Hello, friends. Welcome to another Stamp With Me Tuesday. Tonight, we're going to be doing another terrific technique, a great rubber stamping technique that is clear on clear embossing. And I think you're going to love it. It's so easy and great for creating some simple backgrounds for your handmade cards. Before I get started, though, you guys are going to get to pick tonight. So I hope we get some people watching live to vote because y'all get to pick tonight which stamp set I am going to use. So I have some new ones here. Let me show you real quick your choices. We have the Bright Skies stamp set with some fun clouds in it, or the Enduring Beauty stamp set, beautiful flower image and some sentiments in there, or the Detailed Dogwood stamp set. And this is one of the celebration stamp sets, really pretty as well. So you guys get to choose. Do you want me to use the Detailed Dogwood, the Enduring Beauty, or the Bright Skies stamp set? Tell me which one you want to see in the comments. And that's the one I'm going to use tonight. So I need to know. Welcome, Kathy. If you are here and watching live, big welcome to you. I'm so glad that you are here. If you are watching the replay, special welcome to you too. You can tell me which stamp set you would like me to use. But if you're watching the replay, I'll have already done it. So but I love to know that you watch the replay, and I love to know which of these three you're most interested in too. So, all right, we have some Detailed Dogwood, Bright Skies, Bright Dogwood, Enduring Beauty, Dogwood. Ooh, a lot for Dogwood. So unless that changes, I think we're probably going to go with Dogwood. I am Heidi with Onigo Stamping, and I help those who want to connect with their inner artist or reconnect with their inner artist with lots of card making tips, tricks, and inspiration to create beautiful handmade cards and gifts that are going to wow your friends and family. All right, Bright Skies, Dogwood. We had a lot of Dogwood. So, all right, we're going to go with Dogwood tonight. We'll see what happens. I have not used this at all yet, so we're going to see what happens. I think I'm going to have to put this together. Oh, yeah, it's a cling stamp set, so I'm going to have to put it together, but that's okay. I'll show you how to do that. And I think that for what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this little stamp right here. I'll use some more of the stamp set for the rest of the card, but to start with, now I'm just going to pull out this little stamp. I'm going to put this on a block. So how I like to put my stamps on my blocks is I go ahead and I peel off the sticker. Now this is not Stampin' Up's recommended method. This is my method. I peel off the sticker and then I peel off the back to the sticker after I've put it on my clear block. This one is the same all the way around. So now I can take this, I'm going to turn this over and I'll just take it and line up the sides of the sticker with the sides of the stamp. And that's how I put my stamps together. Hello, Peggy and Arlene and Heather, welcome. I'm going to set this aside. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to do a clear on clear embossing technique. Here, let me make my my work area look a little bit bigger and me a little bit smaller. There we go. So I have my stamp ready to go. Teresa, you're making caramel corn. Yum, I love caramel corn. I'm going to try some Moody Mauve. I have not really used Moody Mauve tonight. I'm going to try some Moody Mauve tonight. So we're going to see. This is all new. New stamps. Everything. I'm going to start with some Moody Mauve. I have my Versamark. This is what you're going to need is to use a Versamark embossing pad because it's nice and clear. And I'm just going to take this. And before I start, I'm going to use my embossing buddy and I'm just going to go over my cardstock with my embossing buddy. And I want to know, are you guys stamping along with me or maybe planning to stamp after I get done? And I'm using my new clear mat on this. This is going to be a free gift when you join Stampin' Up in January or February. So I'm using that tonight. And I'm just kind of stamping a pattern with this little stamp. And I think I was going to go like not regular, and then I decided to go regular. So we'll see how this winds up. All right, here we go. I'm gonna get just a little bit more down here. And I'm just going ahead and going off the edges of my cardstock, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in, actually, I'm gonna do one more, I think, right there. I'm gonna come in with the little chamois pad that goes with this clear mat, and I'm just gonna wipe that right off. So we'll just wipe off that ink. And set that aside. All right, so this is all stamped. Bonnie, you're a little bit late. That's okay. Karen, you're stamping. Awesome. Janet, you're watching. Great. Peggy, you're watching. Good. Good, good, good. Good to know. All right, so I've stamped that all on there. I'm going to grab my Embossing Essentials Editions. I don't know what this is called. Heather, you're still making Christmas cards. And I'm going to use my clear embossing powder. And I am just going to dump on my clear embossing powder kind of all over this. And I'll run out before I get to the end, but that's okay, because we'll just, there we go. So then I'll just pick this up from this side, and I'm just gonna tap it down so it kind of gets in the rest of the areas. And just kind of flip that all around. Oops, put my finger in it a little bit there. There we go. Now I do have like a little spot here. I'm just gonna come in with a really soft, whoa, I hit my camera, sorry about that. I'm gonna come in with a really soft brush and just take off those little pieces. So, all right. Got a little bit area. I think I was just getting some back stamping from my stamp. All right, so we got that all ready to go. The nice thing about the Embossing Editions set is that you can just take off that little screw cap and then take your tray and dump it right back in the jar. And then it comes with a little brush. You can take the brush and use that to brush out the tray and get the rest of your embossing powder. There we go. And then I'll just slide that back on. This is really awesome. If you have not gotten the Embossing Editions set yet, that comes with that tray and the brush and some cross clamp tweezers for holding your small pieces, and the embossing buddy, you definitely want to grab it because it's really helpful to have when you're embossing. All right, I have my embossing, my heat tool. I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to let it warm up just a little bit. Just a little bit so it gets nice and hot before I start zapping it. And then we're just going to emboss. We're just going to heat this. And it's going to turn clear. That powder is going to melt and get shiny. Now, I always think this is like magic. Here's where I maybe could use my cross clamp tweezers if the piece were smaller, especially. Keep it from blowing. So just coming in there, getting all of the little flowers that I stamped. Go, this one over here. And that's it. This. I could tell that one wasn't quite done. My lunch was good, Karen. Thank you. So, oh, Mickey, I'm so glad that you love all the help and advice. So there we go. I just embossed that. And what this does, it just gives you a nice tone on tone. And what's really cool, I think, is that it makes it kind of shiny. So that's the whole, like, that's the technique, is just embossing this with clear. on your cardstock to make this kind of tone on tone look that has that kind of shiny raised to it. Just makes a nice background. Get the rest of the embossing powder that is on my clear mat off. All right. So now I can go ahead and finish this card however you want. So now I have to decide how I'm going to finish it because I have no idea what I'm doing. I do have some other samples though that I'm going to show you at the end. So don't go anywhere. And we're going to play with the detailed dogwood stamp set. I think I'm just going to grab maybe this big image or maybe this one. Let's see. I'm just trying to think. There's no sentiments in this. There's no sentiments in the stamp set. Well, that is, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to grab another set and grab a sentiment of some sort because there's no sentiments in here. All right. Is this going to be weirdly bigger than what I want? Maybe we'll go with the littler one. Let's see. I think that's going to maybe be better. We'll see. Let's put them on. Let's put them on the clear block. So I'm just going to peel this off. I'm going to grab this big clear block and put this dogwood branch on it, the sticker right on there. And then I'm going to peel that back off that sticker. I'm going to peel the back off of my stamp. And then I'm going to lay the stamp on the table and take my clear block and just lay it over. And all I do is just line up the edges of the sticker with the edges of the stamp. There we go. All right, let me grab a piece of white. Let's see what we got here. I got a whole bunch of scrap pieces over here. Is this one going to be, oh, that one is going to be big enough. We'll just do that. Like that, like that. Just like thinking to myself. You did a challenge with no sentiment on the front. Oh, I think that must be so hard. Oh, I missed one. I missed one of my little embossings. So let's go ahead and zap him before it gets. And of course my heat will have cooled down already. There we go. All right. That would have made a mess later. All right, I'm going to grab, since I have it out, I'm going to grab the Enduring Beauty. And I think that we're going to do the Embrace the Beauty of You. I think. Embrace the Beauty of You. Is that going to work? Maybe? See, this is the problem when I use something new is I don't know exactly how I want to do it. I don't know how it works best, right? You guys know how that is. All right, we're going to take this and put this on my clear block. Oh, we're going to stamp. I'm going to stamp, you guys. I'm going to try something different. So because I am using this Moody Mauve, I don't have Moody Mauve Stampin' ones because honestly, Moody Mauve, it's not yet my favorite color. So I think I'm going to do a little bit of watercoloring on this. We're going to see how this works. So I'm going to grab my StazOn and I'm going to stamp this branch right here. Oh, that's pretty. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to grab the sentiment and I'm going to stamp my sentiment down here. See if I get it straight. I might have to do it all over again. And of course, the what I want to say, the StazOn ink is a little bit sticky, so you can see sometimes it just your stamp sticks to the paper just a little bit. So I have a mood with the Moody Mauve. I do. I don't know. It's just, you know what? Like my bedroom when I was a kid was basically mauve. And now it just like, it's just so 80s. Like that's what color my carpet was. I don't know. All right. Let's do just a little bit of watercolor. I'm going to grab somewhere I have a Moody Mauve ink pad. It's all the way at the bottom because I haven't used it. You too, Karen. We must be the age. All right. I'm just going to put some of that ink right on a clear block. And I'm going to grab a watercolor brush. Fonda, you don't like Moody Mauve either? I'm going to grab a watercolor brush, a water painter. I'm just going to add some water to this. And I think I'm just going to come in here. Oh, that's really dark. I wanted to just add like a little bit of color. We might have to do this again. This is very, very dark. Much darker than I expected. Let's brush that out a little bit. Just try to like tone it down a little bit because I just wanted to like add a little bit of pink. That's what I wanted. That's what I was looking for. Let's do this again. And we're going to get just that little tiny like hint of pink, right? All right. Luckily, I have another piece. We're just going to do it again. There's always more paper, right? You maybe could put it with some bubble bath to lighten it up. I'm just gonna add more water to it. Oops. The plastic tray was on there. You want to keep that when you get stays on, you want to keep the plastic tray because it helps keep your stays on inked. So, all right, let's try this again. I'm going to stamp my branch. Maybe I'll stamp it a little bit better. Ooh, that is a little better. Good. Second time's always better, right? And then we'll come in with my sentiment, and I'll stamp the sentiment again. And I like to store my Stays On ink pad upside down. My Stays On Memento and Versamark ink pads all get stored upside down because the Stampin' Up! Classic pads automatically flip the ink upside down, so it's stored upside down, whereas the other ones don't. And what that does is it helps keep your ink towards the top of your ink pad. So, all right, let's try this again. I'm going to clean off my stamps real quick. And now let's come in. I'm going to pull out this piece that I already did. Make sure I get out of there. There we go. This is going to be good. All right. I'm just going to come in and put it like just a little bit. Come in down here. Do the same over here. And some over here. Oh, I like that. Just kind of a hint of it, right? All right. Add some of that. Add some in here. And we'll add some in here. There we go. What do you think? I know that's a lot harder to see, but it's just a lot more subtle. All right, let's add some green. I'm going to use, now I'm just using this as scrap paper to like brush out my brush. Oh, it's so red. It's so Moody Mauve. I got to get out. I forgot. When I do watercoloring, I use my I have a very old receiving blanket, and I push the water out onto that, and then I wipe it, and that really helps get my water painter cleaned out. All right, let's try, I want it to be kind of yellowy. I'm going to try some old olive. And we'll grab another clear block, just put some old olive on there. And I'm going to grab some pecan pie too while I'm at it. Oh, thank you, Karen and Peggy. I'm so glad you guys like it. All right, we're going to add a little pecan pie. Pecan pie. I'm so excited. It is almost New Year's, and New Year's means that we get to watch When Harry Met Sally, because that is the best New Year's movie. So, and every time I open my pecan pie ink pad, I think pecan pie, just like Billy Crystal. All right, brush that out, get it kind of light-ish, and we'll come in. Oops. Come in and just add it to the few little leaves. This is like totally spring, right? It's barely snowed and I'm ready for spring. Just going to put that in my little leaves here. And I just used regular basic white cardstock, even though I am watercoloring that. I just use that. So I'm using a really kind of light watercolor technique because I don't want to get too much water on there because it just can't handle it. All right. Now we'll come in, grab a little brown, little pecan pie. I can't do impressions. I don't know if you've noticed. Probably. All right. Just adding some of that pecan pie to the branch, and I'm not doing a very neat job, but that's okay. This isn't supposed to be neat. So there we go. Let me show you what that looks like close up, because I know that probably isn't showing real well. Here we go. It's just kind of a subtleness. All right, we're going to cut this down. I'm going to grab my paper trimmer. I have no idea. This is how I design things. I stamp them. I do not know what size it's going to be most of the time. So I think, well, I think left to right, that's pretty good. So that is 2 3/4, but I'm going to take off a little the bottom. Let's see if that's enough. Yeah, I think so. I kind of like the balance of that. So that was 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. Let's see what that's going to look like on the front of my card, how it's going to fit. Ooh, that's going to fit nice. Look at that. All right, I'm going to grab, I have another piece of Moody Mauve. This is 8.5 by 5.5. And I just scored it at 4 1/4 to make the card base for my card. Thank you, I. And I'm just going to do tone on tone. So I'm going to just adhere this. I'm going to put this together here. And I'm going to put this with some green glue. We'll just put a little bit of green glue on here. There we go. And then let me see. Do I want to layer this once or twice? I think I'm just going to put it on some Moody Mauve. I think I have some more Moody Mauve here. Here we go. All right, so we said 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. So I'm going to do 3 3/8 by 2 7/8. Just 1/8 of an inch bigger on both directions. We'll adhere this to the front. I got to pick some embellishments for this. Throw me out any ideas you might have for embellishments. I'm thinking not ribbon because I haven't already put it on. If you have other ideas for embellishments, throw them out there. All right, there we go. Grace the beauty of you. And I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals. If I can find my Stampin' Dimensionals. Those are the minis. And my full size. My full size ones. There they are. So we'll put some dimensionals on here. Oh, I think I have an idea for embellishments. Unless you guys come up with something good. Something clear so it's just a sparkle. Oh, interesting. All right. I'll show you what I was thinking. So there we go. Just put that right on there. Isn't that pretty? So simple and easy. And then the embellishments are all crammed in here. Let me get some ideas. These. Somebody wanted something clear-ish. I don't have very much clear things. I don't want to spend too long looking. All right, let me show you what I was thinking. I was thinking a little Wink of Stella on the flowers. That's a good idea. I was thinking maybe these little birds, little brass birds. There you go. Yeah, the dragonfly. Let's try this one. Let's see. I don't know. I should have some brass butterflies someplace. I don't know where they are. I feel like these birds are too small. Like it's not the right unless I put them back there. I don't know about dragonflies. Let me see if I have my butterflies. Or I have the iridescent foil gems, but let's see. Okay, I have way too many embellishments. I think that's what we are learning this evening. I have too many embellishments. And I want to get to showing you guys the other cards that I made. Don't I have butterflies? All right, maybe I don't have butterflies. They've disappeared. Well, I must have used them. That's crazy. I never use up embellishments. Or I got rid of them. I don't know. Not here, though. Okay. I guess we'll go with dragonflies. Yeah, I have too many, and yet I keep buying more. Very, very true. All right. I'm just going to put one little, I still feel like, I don't know, the scale is all off. It bugs me. I'm sorry. Y'all, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. The scale is off. It's just not right. I'm going to try these. Let's see if we can do these instead. These are new. These are the iridescent foil gems. These are going to be in the new mini catalog. These will be kind of pretty, maybe. I don't know. They're kind of clear. We'll just do a couple of them. I don't know if I like that or not, but anyway. And the sticky came off on my cardstock, so I'm stuck putting it right there. There we go. Embrace the beauty of you. So pretty. Let me show you my bonus cards that I actually, thought of ahead of time. Ooh, these are not sticking. Well, that's not good. Okay, I'm going to pop those aside. And I'm going to clear up just a little bit. And grab my other cards that are completely different. Like this one is very soft and sweet. And then I have one with the new Planted Paradise stamp set, and I did a background stamp. So this one I used the sketched plaid background to do that clear on clear embossing on the background. So super pretty. And I love this planted paradise stamp set. And then the sentiment for this is from one of the online exclusives. It's from the, oh gosh, now I can't remember the name of it. Where'd it go? It's one of the older ones, the Timeless Charm one. So I pulled that out for the sentiment. And then I used the new Be My Valentine to make this one. And I stamped those hearts in the background, did that clear on clear embossing with Blackberry Bliss, which I love, just like the really darkness and the elegance of this and how those hearts really pop on there. And then I embossed the Happy Valentine's Day and added a couple of punched out hearts, stamped and punched out hearts, and then a couple of the new adhesive backed hearts and flowers embellishments. So super fun. But I think it's just a fun, a fun little background technique to keep in mind. It makes a great, elegant, simple background that you could use with, pretty much anything. So that is all I have for you tonight. I will have new cards to share with you on Thursday, provided I get the video made tomorrow. I will not be live. We're taking off for the holiday. I will not be live next week, y'all. Next week, Tuesday and Thursday, I will not be around. I did not pre-record videos, but that is because I'm going to come back and we're going to start either Friday night or Saturday night. I really have to make the decision. We are going to do a get ready to celebrate. I'm going to go live 5-6 days in a row. Lots of live, share lots of the new celebration items, lots of great projects with you. That's going to be coming up starting the end of next week. So, but I won't be here Tuesday and Thursday, but we're going to have lots of fun after that. So I hope you're excited. I'll have a new video on here on Thursday, but since I won't be live, I'm going to go ahead and wish you happy holidays right now. And I'll see you guys at the end of next week, and watch for that new video. I'm going to be using that Be My Valentine stamp set, and I have some really, really cute projects. Can't wait for you to see them. Have a great evening.